Cloak holding, ambient echo within tolerance. You've got a 10-minute window before lamp patrols cross this zone.
Alex gave the Land Rover's side panel a glance. The cloak shimmered faintly. Ripples of dull iron, broken wood, lichen-soaked canvas. Like memory had taken a swing at camouflage and missed by just enough to fool the eye.
She's grumbling. One of the sensor nodes keeps kicking offline when pigeons land on it.
Sounds about right.
He stepped away from the false wreckage and slipped into the alley, boots silent on the damp stone. The compass twitched in his coat pocket, still drawing northeast, still pulsing faintly like a heartbeat in a jar.
You named the cloak routine after her, didn't you?
Floyd didn't like being seen, but she never let anything near you without a warning, even if it was your own uncle.
Alex remembered. The kitchen. The postman. That one Alsatian with a death wish. He tightened his coat.
She didn't even bark.
She didn't need to.
They moved deeper into the maze of alleys, past crates, scaffolds, discarded coal sacks. Charles pinged a light warning, soft foot traffic nearby, but no pursuit. The compass veered suddenly, like it had changed its mind. Charles caught it too.
Shift in signal strength. Stronger now. Tighter. Whatever we're tracking, it's here, not moving or waiting.
Alex stopped under the overhang of a boarded-up tobacconist and withdrew the compass from his pocket. It pulsed visibly now, each beat brighter than the last. He turned slowly on the spot, letting it guide him. A narrow stairwell, half sunken, half hidden by old barrels and a broken lamppost, lit up. Down. The stairwell reeked of damp stone, coal tar, and something else older. Metallic, like storage. The air thickened as he descended. At the base, a door. Wood and brass, not modern. Not fake. Real. And untouched. He placed one hand on the handle. Charles? No active scans. No power bleed. It's clean. He opened it and stepped into yesterday. The chamber inside was impossible. It looked like a Victorian parlor. Lace curtains, oak desk, brass sconces burning gaslight. But none of it felt used. No dust. No wear. No heat. Preserved. A single chair faced the center of the room. On it, a coat. Modern cut, military edges. Folded with care. And beside it, on the desk, another card. This one was different. It had writing. Alex approached slowly. The card's surface shimmered faintly, only visible from the side. It wasn't ink. It was layered light. He tilted it. The message resolved. If you've made it this far, then we've already lost the first piece. The second is still in play. Don't follow the signal. Follow the signal. Follow the silence. We'll meet when the board resets. You'll know me by the wound I never had.
Charles's voice was quiet, distant. Alex, the compass just died.
Alex looked down. The device in his pocket was cold, inert. No pulse. He stared at the card. The coat. The chair. And the phrase echoing in his mind. Follow the silence. Chapter 27. The wound that wasn't Alex turned the card over once more. Nothing on the back. Smooth. Light absorbing, like the others. But the words burned clearer now that the compass had gone dark. Follow the silence. You'll know me by the wound I never had. He pocketed it and turned to the desk, examining every surface, every shadow, every illusion that might want to stay hidden. Nothing. Not even dust.
Charles, still here, still watching, and still deeply unsettled.
Alex stepped behind the chair, checked under the seat, beneath the coat, against the skirting boards.
This isn't a room, he muttered. It's a placeholder. Like someone trying to stage familiarity, but missing the smell of it.
Alex paused. That was it. No polish. No warmth. Even the gas lights were too perfect. No soot, no flicker. He sat. The chair creaked slightly under his weight, like it had been waiting for him. Not dramatically. Just inevitably.
Charles's voice returned, thoughtful now, slower. So let's unpack it. No compass, no path, no tech pinging back at us, but they knew we'd come.
They always know we'll come, Alex said. That's what bothers me. Which part, the arrogance? Alex shook his head. The assumption we should follow. And yet here we are. He stood again, restless now, began to pace the room's perimeter, measuring angles, counting tiles. No oddities, nothing misaligned. I hate setups, he muttered. You hate being predictable. Same thing.
The silence in the room changed. Not in volume, but in tone. The kind of quiet that wasn't empty. It was holding its breath. Alex froze.
Charles, reset last sentence on the card. Don't follow the signal, follow the silence. Right, that. Does it remind you of anything? Other than every trap we've ever walked into? No.
Alex closed his eyes, thought hard. No signal, no interference, no ambient EM scatter. Charles, how much digital noise do you normally block out just to keep your core readable? Between 7 and 12%, depending on atmospheric clutter and period tech. And now? 0. Alex opened his eyes slowly. Someone is hiding the world, not just from us, but from itself.
He moved to the wall and pressed his hand flat against the wallpaper. It didn't feel like plaster. It didn't feel like anything.
Charles, run passive lighter.
Silence. Then, tick, tick, tick.
There's no space beyond these walls, not compressed, not shielded, just nothing. Null geometry.
So we're not in a room.
We're in a memory of one.
They gave us a ghost to talk to.
And a dead trail to follow.
Alex exhaled.
Fine, if we're in a box, we don't wait for the lid to open.
He reached into his coat and drew out a slim black case. Inside, 4 items. A thin stylus, a flash-burn mirror, a micro-impulse transmitter, and an old brass monocle. He clipped the monocle over his eye.
Oh, no, not the anti-poltergeist rig again.
They told me to follow silence. That's exactly the sort of poetic rot someone would say when they mean trace inversion fields.
He activated the stylus. Nothing happened. Then the room blinked. Only for a moment, just long enough to see through it. The parlor was gone. In its place, a void. Dark. Empty. But with pressure. And something floating just beyond visibility. Like a suspended shape made of not light. Alex stepped forward once. The monocle pinged. Not optical. Not IR. Not spectrum. It pinged on presence. He took another step. Then the shape moved, gliding sideways like a shadow pretending to be still. A whisper reached him. Not sound. Not voice. But a phrase.
You know me by the wound I never had.
Alex, you need to leave now. That thing's bleeding chronometric shadow. You touch it, you'll lose yourself in its memory.
Alex stopped just short of it.
Maybe that's the point.
Alex stood on the threshold between reality and its outline. The shape hovered before him, silent, impossibly still. Pulsing not with life, but relevance. Like a bookmark in time waiting to be read. He reached out.
Alex, don't be an idiot.
I was born one.
And touched it. The world turned inside out. Not violently, not even suddenly. Just entirely. Dark, but not blind. Alex stood in a different room now. Same scale, same dimensions, but wrong. Colors bled at the edges. Perspective shifted too smoothly. He wasn't himself. Not quite. He was wearing someone else's memory. Like clothes that didn't fit. He looked down. A different coat. A different coat. A different hand, scarred. Older. But familiar in shape.
I know this body.
Then the pain hit. Not injury. Not illness. Absence. The memory self had lost something. And was still losing it. Across the room, 2 men argued. Voices muffled their words, smearing like damp ink. Alex stepped closer. But sound twisted away. He couldn't hear them, but he could see their eyes. Afraid. Not of each other, of what they'd done. One turned sharply through Alex, as if he wasn't there. His face caught the light. Alex froze.
Charles, record this.
No answer. Of course not. He was alone here. The man had a wound, deep stitched, healing poorly. A brutal scar across his jawline. But something was wrong. The memory said it shouldn't be there. Alex turned to the other figure. Same build, same jaw. No scar. The wound I never had. It wasn't a metaphor. It was a split. 2 timelines. 2 versions. One scarred by the event. One who wasn't there. Alex felt the room pressing tighter, as if the memory resented being seen. He staggered backward, the shapes blurring into streaks of regret and streaks of regret and distortion. The shadow loomed again, larger now, like a figure with its back turned to time.
You know me.
A whisper, not threatening, just true. Then impact. He hit the floor hard. Back in the parlor, breathing sharp, skin clammy, vision clearing in pulses.
Jesus, Alex, talk to me. You flatlined for 6 seconds. I nearly cooked the uplink.
Alex sat up slowly.
What?
A moment, a fork, a man split in two by a choice that shouldn't have been possible.
Alex wiped his face, sweat and soot.
No, a blueprint. Whatever's happening, it's not just shaping events, it's shaping the people who survive them. One version carries the scar, the other doesn't.
Alex looked at the desk, at the card, at the still air.
So they're not choosing battles, Charles, they're choosing versions.